Is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Well, that ball is out of here. He went around, strike three. It's out of here. Walk-off homer. Got him, and Cedartown wins.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA. WGAA 1340 AM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to the field for today's action.
Game 2 of the doubleheader, Game 3 of the series as the Cedartown Bulldogs look to sweep the Dalton Catamounts. It will be Timothy George on the mound for the Dogs. Here in Game 3, Woods is at the plate. He has a 3-ball-and-1-strike count. They got this game started quickly. The 3-1 on the way to him misses low. That'll be ball 4, and Woods will have a leadoff walk. Cedartown in the driver's seat.
They started this game real quick. We were up here eating our dinner, and all of a sudden, boom, they're having a meeting at home plate, and there they are.
So it will be George on the mound. Defensively for the Dogs, third to first, it'll be Perkins, Allen, Gerald, and Holiday. Left to right, Flemister, Waddell, and Bozeman. Of course, all red behind the plate. And the pitch on the way to number 3, Chappelle. Misses low, ball 1. So George having trouble locating the strike zone early here in the game. The 1-0 on the way. That one misses, gets away from Allred, and that's going to easily move Woods up to second base. So the question was answered. It was and is Timothy George. We saw George on Tuesday. He had to come in relief of Owen Pilgrim in that game. I believe he would end up pitching, 3-4 innings on Tuesday? So George had quite a bit of work. We'll see how long he's able to go here. Dalton, though, already threatening here in the top of the first inning. The 2-0 on the way to Chappelle. Catches the outside part of the plate. Strike 1. Atlanta Braves in action at Truist Park, just underway, playing host to the Cleveland Guardians for a 3-game weekend series. Of course, as we said during Game 1, they are in their City Connect uniforms. That ball is hit to the left side and down in front of Flemister, who will field and get it in, but it gets away from Perkins, but not far enough, but it will allow Chappelle to go from first to second. And so Dalton very quickly threatening here. Runners at second and third.
Now batting number 12, Asher Renfro.
So that's going to bring up Asher Renfro. He'll come to the plate with runners at second and third and nobody out. Infield corners playing in on the grass. Renfro in the box, ready to go to work. First pitch on the way to him from George. Taken outside, ball 1. Also, some pretty neat-looking retro uniforms for the broadcast crew as well in Atlanta. 1-0 to Renfro, misses outside, ball 2. They're sporting some baby blue sport coats and the old school long microphone that
the Bob Barker style.
Exactly, yeah. The Bob Barker style. That's exactly where I was going with that. The 2-0, it's lifted to the left side and down, and that's going to plate 2 runs for the Catamounts and put Dalton on the board. A big turn at first from Renfro, and he's in at second, and he's going to look at third as that one went all the way to the corner away from Flemister, and Dalton has struck early, and they've got a 2-0 lead over the Dogs here in the top of the first inning.
Now batting number
Renfro,
22, Tate Nielsen.
2 RBI double. And that's going to bring up Nielsen. Nielsen at the plate with the runner out at second. Still nobody out in the inning. First pitch on the way from Timothy George. That one is looped down the left side and over the head of Perkins. And it gets away from Flemister, and they're going to wave him in from second. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Nielsen is going to hold at third. That is 3 straight hits to the left side and 2 that have gotten away from Flemister back-to-back, and it's now 3-0 here in the top of the first inning. Somewhere between the end of Game 1 and the beginning of Game 2, it looks like the wheels came off. We got to put them back on pretty quickly here.
Now batting the
That ball was deflected off the glove of Perkins, and I think Bryant Waddell, who's normally very good out there in left field, it kind of took a weird angle at him. It's going to be ruled there's 2 errors in this inning and still nobody out, and the Catamounts have 3 hits and 3 runs.
So Nilsson does take third on the throw, and that's going to bring up Patel. Still nobody out. First pitch on the way to him from George, outside, strike 1, catches the outside part of the plate. Patel, the left-handed hitter. The throw back to the mound got away from George. Everything just getting sideways on us here early. Dogs have already won the series, but you'd love to sweep them if you can, and this is not a good way to start that campaign off. Pitch on the way from George. Called strike 2. So 0-2 the count on Patel. George looks in, gets the sign from Allred. And the pitch. High and away, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third, nobody out in the inning. George gets the sign. The windup and the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Good stop there by the backstop Allred to keep it in front of him, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great crowd on hand for some Friday night region baseball here at CHS.
Yeah, despite it being spring break, still a great turnout.
And the pitch from George. That one's hit right back up the middle. That's going to get through, and that's going to plate the 4th Catamount run here in the top of the first inning. And still, the Dogs looking for their first out of the inning.
Yeah, 4 hits in this inning. Woods walks, and then 4 straight hits after that.
The good news is, with Cedartown's win in game 1 of the doubleheader, they improved to an overall record of 13-9 on the season, 11-6 now in region play. Dalton would drop to 13-4 in region play, and you've got Allatoona that's right behind them. They were 13-5 coming into tonight in region play as well. That's your top 4 in the region. First pitch on the way to London. That misses outside, ball 1. London, the left fielder. He is the 6th man to bat here in the inning. 4 of them have scored. The 5th one stands at first. And that one's looped down the left side, and that's going to get into the corner, and that's going to be more trouble. Flemister goes over, will field, gets it in. And so they'll have to hold it third. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's George's location, but they are teeing off on the ball and driving it into the left field corner. That's at least the 4th hit out there for the Catamounts.
Now batting number 27, Drew Brown.
And we've got time called, and Coach Lane is going to have a first inning trip to the mound.
That's their 5th hit, Sam. 5th hit in a row. After Woods walked, Chappelle, Renfro, Nielsen, Patel, and London all with hits.
And George is done.
Yeah, they're going to take him out.
So they're going to bring in Owen Pilgrim. So he'll have to come in. Still nobody out in the inning. Runners at second and third. 4 runs already across. The Catamounts lead 4-0. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll come back with more high school baseball here on the home of the Bulldogs, the Big AA.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Well, the night is quickly done for Timothy George. He cannot get out of the first inning. He gives up 5 hits, 4 runs, and can't retire a batter. So it will be Owen Pilgrim that we will yield to. Now, Pilgrim got the start on Tuesday in game 1 of the series, and he would have to yield to Timothy George, so it's just a reversal of the roles here in game 3 of the series. Pilgrim comes in and has London at second base, Patel at third, and he's got Brown at the plate. Now, those 2 runners on do belong to Timothy George. That one's hit to the left side, knocked down by Perkins, and we've got Patel caught in a rundown, and we'll apply the tag so we at least get an out there. But London is able to move over from second to third, and Brown will go to first on the fielder's choice, but it is the first out of the inning, and it does prevent another run from scoring.
Landon Cox.
This will bring up Landon Cox. He comes to the plate with runners on the corners and 1 out. Just an unfortunate start for the Dogs here in Game 3 of the series. They have dug themselves a big hole, and Dalton may not be done yet. First pitch on the way from Pilgrim. Swing and a miss by Cox, and Pegram is ahead in the count, 0-1. In the dirt. Good stop there by Allred. Owen coming in a tough spot here. Going to have to work through some trouble. The 1-1 was inside. That'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Cartersville with a 15-0 win already over Southeast Whitfield. That pitch is fouled straight back, so that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As of now, no other scores being reported via Max Preps other than the Dalton Cedartown series and the Cartersville Southeast series. My question would be, what is Allatoona doing tonight? The 2-2, chopper back to Pilgrim. They'll go to first for out number 2. London will have to hold at third as Pilgrim would look him back before firing over to first base. So that is the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 14, Matthew Lassiter.
So that's going to bring up Matthew Lassiter, and that'll be the 9th man in the order to come to the plate here in the top of the first inning. All 9 Catamounts getting a look at the Dogs here in the opening inning. First pitch on the way to him from Pilgrim is taken upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Lassiter. 1-0 is in the dirt. Good stop by Allred. So I pulled up their game changer, and they do not have anything reported. That pitch is in there, called strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. They don't have anything reported past Wednesday the 8th when they would sweep Hiram. So it looks like they played their games on Monday and Wednesday of this week. Chopper to the left side. Perkins will field. He will fire to first base, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Dalton is able to strike for 4 runs. It's a 4-0 lead for the Catamounts. We'll head to the home half of the first. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Live-Wire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawnmowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
A 4-run inning for the Catamounts to start the first inning. And they've got a 4-0 lead as we head to the home half. So I did get some information. Allatoona swept Hiram this week. They played on Monday and Wednesday. So their standing via Max Prep should be correct as far as where we are in the region. We'll get back over to that, here in just a moment. It's going to be the top of the order for the Dogs. It'll be Ace Allen, Keegan Bozeman, and Tweet Gerald to lead things off.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the Bulldogs.
So those region numbers are correct. Cartersville 17-0. Dalton 13-4. Allatoona 13-5. The Dogs 11-6. Cartersville should actually be 18-0 now in region play. Still holding on to that first place spot. First pitch on the way to Ace. They show bunt. Goes down the third base side, and Allen's going to be there safely. No play for Brown over at third. So Allen will lead things off with the bunt.
Now batting number 7, Keegan Bozeman.
So this will bring up Keegan Bozeman. Bozeman will come to the plate with the runner over at first base and nobody out. Landon Cox is on the mound for Dalton here in game 3. First pitch to Bozeman. In there for a called strike one. For those of you watching on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and the NFHS Network, we are getting a reset on our outfield camera, so we will have both. We'll be back to 2 different camera angles for you momentarily. That pitch to Bozeman was in there for a called strike 2. I'll also have my broadcaster partner back here in just a moment. The 0-2 on the way to Bozeman. Got just enough of it to poke it foul, and speak of the devil, and he shall appear. So Bozeman got just enough of that one to stay alive, but he's still got to protect as he's here behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Maybe I need to vacate the broadcast box more often.
I don't know about that. The 0-2 on the way to Bozeman. Again, got just enough of it to foul it off at the plate. Allen was more than halfway to second base. Has to go all the way back. And now we're ready. There goes Allen. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, fire down to second base, and he is in there safely. So Bozeman is out on strikes, but Allen swipes the bag. And we've got a man at second with 1 out. So that's going to bring up Tweet Gerald.
Now batting number 2, Owen Tweet Gerald.
So Tweet's in the box and ready to go. Cox working from the stretch. Pitch on the way to him. Called strike 1 outside part of the plate. Cox with a little bit of a different delivery. Coming off the mound, not straight over his head. Got a little, just the slightest hint of a sidearm to it. That one's popped to the right side, out of play and foul. And that'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Now, if I were a proficient broadcaster, I could give you some varying degrees there to help you see that picture mentally a little bit better, but unfortunately, I barely got out of geometry, so I cannot tell you. Cox thought about throwing back to second and chasing Allen back, but he keeps it in his pocket, and he'll get back on the mound and toe the rubber. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 1 out.
Did you not have Miss Hunt for geometry?
I did not.
Okay.
I had her for another math. That one is poked to the left side. It'll be a play for Woods at short. Fires to first. Out number 2. Allen is able to advance to third as he was off and running as the hit and run looked to be on.
Well, with all due respect, if you had, you wouldn't forget it.
No. If memory serves me correctly, I believe I had Elizabeth Anderson for geometry. This will bring up Everett Perkins. He comes to the plate with the runner over at third and 2 outs. If the Dogs want to get on the board here in the bottom of the first inning and try to cut into this 4-0 lead, it'll be up to Perk. First pitch on the way to Perkins, and that is lifted high and deep to left field. Kiss it goodbye. That ball is out of here. A no-doubter from Everett Perkins. The left fielder, London, never even moved. All he did was turn and admire it as it sailed out of here, and just like that, with one swing of the bat, the Dogs have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 here in the bottom of the first. What a shot from Cedartown's Everett Perkins.
I mean, if you didn't follow that ball right off the bat, you weren't going to find it. That ball was absolutely crushed.
And into the setting sun over there in left field.
Dalen Holiday.
Dalen Holiday now at the plate.
What a massive shot.
Comes to the plate, base is empty, 2 outs. Chopper over to the right side. It'll be a play for Cox, who juggles it, and he'll take it to first base himself for out number 3. But the Dogs strike for 2. We cut the lead in half. We'll go to the top of the second inning. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember, Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown. Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
A massive 2-run home run by Everett Perkins cuts the lead in half for Dalton, 4-2 as we head to the second inning. An absolute massive shot there. Dogs in the top of the first inning had trouble getting outs, and Owen Pilgrim had to come in relief. He'll pitch his first full inning of work, trailing 4-2. Catamounts will hopefully be retired in order here.
Back to the top of the order to Woods. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. The shortstop walked and would score the first run for the Catamounts. 1-0 on the way to him. It's lifted straight up in the air, and it's going to be a play for Tweet Gerald. He will come in and make the grab just off of the infield dirt and on the grass for out number 1. So a quick first out for Owen Pilgrim here in the top of the second inning.
Guess who they have in the broadcast booth tonight in Atlanta? Dale Murphy.
Well, I'm cheating because I'm looking, but yep. He was down on the field as well to start the game. Looks like I think he threw out the first pitch, actually.
Well, they're wearing the baby blues that he was famous for wearing.
Chappelle comes to the plate, base is empty, 1 out. He's 1 for 1, and now he is going to be 2 for 2 as that one is deposited into shallow center field as Bryant Waddell comes in and gets it into the shortstop, Allen. So Chappelle is aboard with a one-out single, and that's going to bring up Renfro. He is 1 for 1. He's got 2 RBIs. He had one of those big hits that he deposited into the left field corner in the first inning. Pilgrim will check the runner at first. Working from the stretch, pitch on the way, and that one is hit to the center fielder, Waddell, who comes in and makes the grab. A late break from Bryant Waddell, but he was easily able to make that grab for out number 2.
That was pretty much right at him, Sam. I mean, he didn't have to move a lot to get to it, but he did have that late break.
Number 22.
That'd take, what, 4 or 5 steps, maybe?
Maybe.
And he was there. So that's going to bring up Nielsen, the right fielder. He is 1 for 1. He's got an RBI and a run scored, and that one is lifted back behind us, out of play and foul for strike 1.
Well, one thing Dalton has done a lot in this game, a lot of early swings in these pitch counts. They're really aggressive. I think they know. I mean, this is a must-win for them.
Pitch on the way from Pilgrim in there called strike 2. Good-looking pitch there from Owen. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 on, 2 out. And the pitch, that's lifted to the right side. It's going to be in foul territory, and it actually will get out of the park and will land just behind the first base dugout. You know, one thing that I noticed on Tuesday, and he seems to be doing much better here with it tonight, is it looked like Pilgrim was really struggling when he was having to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah.
But so far, he's been able to navigate this Dalton lineup. The 0-2 is lifted to center field. It's going to be another play for Bryant Waddell. A late break and makes the running catch for out number 3. So the Catamounts strand 1. It's 4-2. We'll go to the bottom of the second back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
Bottom of the second, a much-needed quick inning for the Bulldogs defensively and pitching-wise, as the Bulldogs will try to eat into this Dalton lead. 4-2 as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. For the Bulldogs, it will be 6, 7, and 8, all red. George and Flemister. The Atlanta Braves, by the way, are tied with the Cleveland Guardians 0-0 in the top of the third inning in Atlanta.
Maybe 0-0 on the scoreboard, but we are absolutely winning in the uniform department.
Absolutely.
First pitch on the way to all red, taken upstairs, ball 1. We're also winning in the uniform department here in Cedartown as well.
Yes.
1-0 on the way. That one's lifted to the right side and out of play. And not that the Dalton uniforms are bad.
I got to say, I like that black uniform with the red. It's very...
In fact, when I heard you describing them on the radio on my way in, I immediately thought, man, I bet those are some mean-looking uniforms. When I get to see them in person, I'm ready for them, and I was right. That one misses low to all red, so the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. But it's really hard to beat the Cedartown home cream uniforms. 2-1 on the way to the Bulldog backstop is upstairs, ball 3.
And I'm a fan. We don't wear them anymore, but the red V-neck that had the black and white stripe on them.
That one's lifted out of play and foul. That'll take the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When we wear the red tops now, it's a different top that's more like the cream uniforms. but it's a V-neck as well.
Payoff pitch on the way, hit to the left side. It'll be a play for the third baseman, and his glove came out. He has to pick it up, and he thought about barehanding it, but he can't do it.
Well, that must have been hit so hard it pulled his glove off.
I mean, that hit Brown's glove. He made the play on the ground, and it just pulled his glove off. He went to pick it up, and he was just as shocked as we were when he didn't have anything on the other end. So all red reaches, and we will have a courtesy runner. It'll be Davis Johnson Warner. So he's over at first base and nobody out. And that's going to bring up P. Graham. Owen Pilgrim comes to the plate. He's going to hit for himself here as he came in relief of George. First pitch on the way to him, called strike one. We don't see Pilgrim hit a lot. Big opportunity for him here with a runner over at first and nobody out. That one's well outside. Ball one. That'll even up the count.
Yeah, typically he's DH for when he's a starter. He started the game on Tuesday. Was relieved by Timothy George, who we just saw in the first inning of this game.
1-1 is lifted out of play back behind us, foul. That'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Artemis 2 is about to splash down in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a splashdown in our lifetime. There's been space shuttle landings, but not splashdowns.
Nope. 1-1, swing and a miss, or excuse me, that was 1-2, so that is strike 3. And Pilgrim is down on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up B.J. Flemister. Yep, a lot of space shuttle landings, but like you said, no splashdowns.
Yeah, space shuttle's retired now.
Yep.
And probably for good reason. The shuttle program ran a lot longer than it was ever intended to run.
So Flemister at the plate with the runner over at first and 1 out. First pitch to him is grounded right back up the middle. The pitcher will field, fire to second, on to first, and the double play is completed by the Dalton Catamounts, and that'll do it for the Dogs in the bottom of the second. We'll go to the top of the third. 4-2 your score. Cedartown trails back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on Big AA.
Cedartown leaves a base runner in the bottom half of the second. Was way at the top of the third. Dalton 4, Cedartown 2. It'll be Patel, London, and Brown due up here for the Catamounts. 4 runs on, let's correct it now, 7 hits for the Catamounts. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. All 2 of those errors coming in the first inning for the Dogs. And back out there quickly is Owen Pilgrim. We need Pilgrim to be as efficient as possible because we're kind of short-handed tonight as far as pitching goes. Daniel George might be available. Typically we would have another pitcher or 2, but they're not available today either. So well, hopefully Pilgrim can go the long haul and be very efficient with his pitches, as he did pitch on Tuesday. If you recall, started that game and was relieved about halfway through it.
Patel will lead things off. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI. First pitch on the way to him from Pilgrim. That is lifted to left field. Going to be a play for B.J. Flemister. Camps out underneath it. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Dogs here in the top of the third.
Well, this is a similar way to how Pilgrim started the first game of this series, when he started that game, he was inducing fly balls and ground balls. And when he's doing that, he's going to do well. And we need a lot more of that.
So that's going to bring up London. He is 1 for 1. First pitch on the way to from Pilgrim. That one's also lifted to the left side. Going to be a play for Ace Allen, who will retreat and make the grab. And you said we needed an efficient inning. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Owen Pilgrim.
It's about as efficient as it gets.
In fact, I'm not sure if you can be any more efficient. This will bring up Brown. He's 0 for 1.
Is Brown going to swing on the first pitch? They're swinging first pitch just about every time they're up there.
First pitch on the way to him from Pilgrim, and they're called strike 1. No swing.
But that is the 3rd strike thrown in this inning.
Yep. 3 strikes on 3 pitches. The 0-1, and they're called strike 2. I tell you what, Pilgrim looking good. Got to keep it up.
Absolutely.
No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. The 0-2 on the way. That's lifted to the right side off the pole and foul.
Change it out real quick.
I mean, that one perfectly located, rung the bell of the pole.
Yep.
Still nothing in 2 the count on Brown.
Pitch on the way from Pilgrim. Just missed outside. Ball 1.
My, that was close to a strike 3.
So close. If you put it there again, I don't know if Brown takes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. And Owen Pilgrim sweeps them 1, 2, and 3 here in the top of the 3rd. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 4-2 your score. Dogs trail. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Owen Pilgrim with about as quick an inning as you could ask for. 1, 2, 3. 2 flyouts and then a strikeout. As we head now to the bottom half, the Dogs' offense looking to get going. They've only gotten 2 hits today. We'll see
Bulldogs, number 12.
Bryant Waddell can get it going for the Dogs here in the 3rd.
9, 1, and 2 due up for the Dogs. First pitch on the way to Waddell is lifted back foul off the net. Strike 1. Cox with a new baseball. Gets the sign from Renfro. The 0-1 on the way. Cut on and missed by Waddell. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way to him. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. That's the first out of the inning. The Dogs will wrap up the regular season next week, and it's going to be pretty much the same schedule. We'll go back to Dalton to take on Southeast Whitfield really almost Tuesday.
Almost back to the same location.
Yep, just across
the road, yeah.
And then we'll be back home on Friday of next week to wrap up the season with a doubleheader. It will be senior night. Senior night presentation will be made between Game 1 and Game 2.
I was talking to Ace Allen's dad between games. First pitch.
First pitch to Ace is hit to the left side, and that's got a chance to get down, and it does. Chappelle couldn't come up with it out in center field. Allen is around second. He's going to head into third, the slide in, and he is in there safely. And Ace Allen with a one-out triple. Well, kid was showing the wheels.
On cue right there, Sam, talking about Ace, who is going to sign to play with Shorter next week. But he was talking about, Ace's struggles at the plate in that first game. Although it was a good game for the Dogs, he was struggling at the plate. And he was just, out in front of those pitches, kind of rolling on them. But that time got some good contact and put it in play and made something happen.
Keegan Bozeman looks at one out of the zone for ball one. He's ahead in the count.
He said, I'll have to wear him out if he don't get to hitting again. Well, I guess the message received,
1-0 on the way to Bozeman. Fouled back. That'll take the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. The Dogs gave up 4 runs in that top of the first. They would come back and strike for 2. And they're in position here with a runner over in scoring position at third with 1 out in the bottom of the third. 1-1 misses. Away, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Keegan Bozeman.
Pretty close pitch there.
Bozeman playing right field here in game 2 of the Twin Bill with Everett Perkins over at third. And that's chopped foul at the plate, and that's going to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Now I've got a lineup question. Since Timothy started the game pitching, could he re-enter later and pitch? Do they let you do that in high school? Someone who knows that rule, let me know.
The 2-2 on the way to Bozeman misses well outside, ball 3, and that takes it to a full count.
But as of right now, Pilgrim's done a great job being efficient, so maybe we won't even have to think about that.
The payoff pitch to Bozeman misses, and that's going to put runners on the corners. 1 out. Great at bat by Bozeman.
Tying runs aboard.
I have received confirmation from both Yosef Bailey and Coach Chris McKelvey. That is a negatory, good buddy.
Yep, so he's out.
He is done.
Tweet
Gerald comes to the plate. Great opportunity for the Dogs.
So my guess is, now the Cleveland Guardians just tied the game on a solo homer. But my guess is you'll have Daniel George possibly available.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if we don't see George the Younger here tonight. We know he's in the building. We saw him in the press box back during game 1, so he's ripping and roaring and ready to go. First pitch on the way to Tweet is taken upstairs, ball 1.
Might have been a design pitch.
Yeah, I think it was, because Renfro came out of his stance quickly. 1 ball, no strike, shows bunt, and it is foul. Good bit of information there from our board operator. That is Bryce Elder's first earned run of the year.
Well, that is so impressive. I mean, he's been such a, I don't want to say a surprise for Atlanta this year, but certainly something good to see.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Gerald. And they'll call times, and Cox will step off. Ace Allen, the base runner over at third. Keegan Bozeman, a speedy runner over at first. 1 out in the inning. Dogs looking to bite their way back into this one. 1 run at a time. Oh, that was a goofy-looking step off there by Cox. No throw anywhere, though, so everybody stays put. Cox working from the stretch. Pitch to him. Bozeman is going to take off second. It was a late jump, but it was a bad throw. He gets away from second, and we picked up a run from Ace Allen coming in from third, and Bozeman gets up and scampers down, or gets up at second, and scampers down to third. It was a late jump by Bozeman, but it was just a throw that was off its mark from Renfro, and it got through Lassiter and into the outfield, and the Dogs have now cut the lead to 1. It's 4-3.
And the tying run is at third base as well.
2 balls, 1 strike. That pitch in there hangs upstairs. That'll be 3 balls and 1 strike.
Wow.
They got to come to you, kid.
The 3-1 on the way from Cox. Inside, ball 4, and the Dogs back-to-back runners at first and third on the corners with just 1 out.
And guess who's coming up?
A big bat in the form of Everett Perkins.
1-for-1, a 2-run home run back in the first inning, and now he's got 2 on base. They're showing a bunch of Del Murphy highlights on Braves Vision right now. You know, I was just, Corey and I were just a little too young to remember Murphy playing for the Braves, but I think our earliest memories of the Braves were 91, 92.
Now batting for the Dogs, number 5, Everett Perkins.
Of course, I remember 95 when they won. I remember my parents turned down the TV broadcast and had the radio on. Heard Skip Carey call that final out.
Perkins at the plate, runners on the corners. Gerald over at first, Bozeman at third. 1 out in the inning. And they do go with another designed almost pitch out, and that's ball 1. Nobody moved, though. Tweet stays put over at first base. And the pitch inside, ball 2.
That's a good take right there. That pitch looked it was very tempting to swing at because it was a slow breaking ball that looked like it was right over the plate, but at the last minute curled inside.
Runner goes. That one's fouled back at the screen. So Tweet will have to stay put. And that's going to be a 2-ball, 1-strike count. I love it.
Birdie on the broadcast showing off his best 80s look.
Got the mullet and the blue jean vest of sorts. 2-1, poked out to center field. That ball is going to get down, and that's going to score 1. Bozeman scores from third, and we're tied here in the bottom of the third inning. It's 4-4 as Everett Perkins picks up an RBI single.
Perkins doing it all here in this ball game. A 2-run home run and then a little blue. I don't even know if it's really a blue little flare shot, a dying duck. All the terminology, but most important thing is we're tied 4-4.
It's going to bring up Dalen Holiday. That one well inside. Almost took off his kneecaps.
I thought that might have nicked his jersey.
I thought that was the sort of stuff they did way up north. Not in Dalton, though.
Don't talk bad about the umpires.
I won't. He's in the house. I never talk bad about that one anyways.
No.
1-0 is lifted, and that's going to get down. No play for anybody. The third baseman, Brown, charged in, and it landed in front of him and Woods. So Holiday with a little knuckle shot that just died in the infield, and that's going to load the bases.
Boy, I tell you what, he got a little flare. I mean, barely made contact, did Holiday, and now a bases loaded chance for Gavin Allred. And Allred in this game, Sam, is 0 for 1, but big chance for the young man to make a big impact here.
First pitch on the way to Allred was behind him, ball 1.
Look out.
Dogs fans trying to make some noise here in the bottom of the third inning. That one missed high and tight, ball 2.
A walk means a 1-run lead for the Bulldogs.
Dogs striking for 2 runs so far here in the bottom of the third. Matches their 2 runs they would pick up in the bottom of the first. The 2-0 on the way to Allred. That one is fouled back off the net. First strike there for the backstop. Tweet Gerald is your lead runner at third. Everett Perkins is your runner at second base. And Dalen Holiday is over at first. Landon Cox the look into Renfro. The 2-1 again lifted back here to the netting, and that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allred making Pilgrim work double time, picking up those foul balls. Thankfully, he got some help that time from Renfro. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases full of dogs, and 1 out. The pitch on the way from Cox, and that hits him, and that's going to give the Dogs the lead. It's 5-4 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3 runs coming across, that one courtesy of a hit batsman. And that's going to give the Dogs the lead.
That's the easiest RBI you can get right there.
So this is going to bring up Pilgrim. We will have the courtesy runner come in for Allred. It's going to be Davis Johnson Warner.
Runner for the catcher, first base, number 24, Davis Johnson Warner.
So Warner will take his spot over at first.
Pitcher,
Holiday moves up to
Gerald.
second. Perkins at third. And Pilgrim will see if he can't help himself here. Dogs with a 1-run lead. It's 5-4. First pitch on the way to him. Cut on and miss. Strike 1.
All these Owens.
And the pitch from Cox, and that hits him.
Boy, he got hit hard.
And that gives the Dogs a 2-run lead. It's now 6-4. Cox is struggling here in the 3rd inning. You know, Timothy George struggled in the top of the 1st and would give up 4 runs. The Dogs would come back and score 2, but now Cox running into troubles. Here in the bottom of the 3rd, the Dogs striking for 4 of their own.
Courtesy runner for Pilgrim.
Runner, first base for the pitcher, number 1, Will Harrison.
So Will Harrison's going to go out there and run at first base.
All right, kid. Don't mess it up over there.
Now batting for the Dogs, number
B.J. Flemister comes to the plate. Number 8 man in the lineup comes to the plate with the bases still juiced and only 1 out. First pitch on the way to Flemister. In there called strike 1. Right down Frank Lott drive. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way to Flemister. That one is lifted to the left side. That one is going to be caught by Chappelle, a running grab, but the runner will tag from 3rd in the form of Holiday, and he is going to score, and it's now a 3-run lead, 7-4, after the sac fly by B.J. Flemister.
Well, the game has turned on its head here in this inning. 5 runs so far for the Bulldogs. Runners on 1st and 2nd. And here is Brian Waddell.
So Waddell will come to the plate. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 2 out in the inning.
Waddell 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
See if he can put the ball in play. First pitch to him, in there called strike 1. Landon Cox already up over the 50 pitch mark here in the 3rd inning. Pitch on the way to Waddell, well outside. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Boy, Dalton had all the momentum after that 1st inning, but Cedartown has outscored him 7-0 since then.
That 1-1 in there called strike 2. Good looking pitch there from Landon Cox.
Yeah, that breaking ball there.
Not a lot Waddell could do with that one. Sign from Renfro. Comes set, and the pitch. That one misses. Ball 2. Renfro tried to snap it back into the zone and frame it for the home plate umpire, but he does not get the call, and that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 outs. 5 runs across. It's a 3-run lead. The 2-2 pitch is lifted to the right side, out of play and foul. And so it'll stay a 2-2 count. A long look in, this time by Cox. He comes set. The 2-2 again. It's a poker out to the middle of the field, and it's going to be through. The shortstop and the second baseman did their best Little League impression, then they both just looked at each other as the ball went through, and the Dogs pick up their, 6th run, and it is an 8-4 4 lead. Some confusion there in the middle infield between Woods and Lassiter.
Yeah, they just neither one figured out or took charge, and that's just fundamental stuff you got to do good at there. Neither one took charge, and it just sneaks right between them. And it's now 8-4, and the inning continues, and Ace Allen will be at the plate.
Allen hits that one to the right side, out of play and foul, and the count's no balls and 1 strike.
This is Ace Allen's second time in this inning?
Second time in the inning, you are correct. He is 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's had a great day at the plate after struggling in that first game. 2 for 2 with a couple of runs scored.
And a chance to add to it here. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way to him is out of the zone. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cox will check the runner at second. 1-1 on the way is low, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Breaking ball in there called strike 2.
Yeah, it's a good pitch there from Cox, able to locate that in the front door. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. The drum corps making some noise. And the 2-2. Missed up, ball 3. That'll take it to a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, runners go, and it is fouled back, and everybody will have to go back and reset again.
Yeah, with 2 out, and it's a 3-2 count.
They're going to be off to the races.
Off to the races every time a 3-2 pitch happens here.
So Allen will get back in the box. A new baseball for Landon Cox. The look into Renfro. Checks the runner. And now Ace will back out. Allen back in the box now. Renfro comes set. Payoff pitch on the way. And that one is belted to the left side. That one's also going to be deep. Does it have enough? It is down, I believe. Or no, it is caught. It is caught. I thought it was down at the warning track, but instead it's caught for out number 3. But not before the Dogs are able to strike for 6 runs. It is an 8-4 score. The Dogs lead by 4. We'll go to the top of the 4th. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big AA is brought to you in part by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly, kellyforhouse.com.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance the experience. State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
A 6-run inning for the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 3rd. 8-4 the score now. 8 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Dogs. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. They're out hitting us, but where it matters, we're leading 8-4.
First pitch on the way from Pilgrim is taken low, ball 1. Eight, 9, and 1 due up for the Catamounts here in the top of the 4th inning. That one to Cox is low as well, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. And Pegram wants a new baseball. And he'll get it. Two balls, no strikes to count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1. Braves and Guardians still tied at one each, top of the 5th. The Hawks have a 61-48 lead at the half over the Cavaliers. 2-1 is Sky to the right side. It's going to be a play for Keegan Bozeman. He'll camp out underneath it for out number 1. So that's the first out of the inning.
The Hawks on their way to the playoffs this year.
Number 14, Matthew Lassiter.
And I think they'll have a home playoff game.
They should.
Yeah.
College baseball, the Florida Gators have an 8-0 lead over number 4 Georgia in Athens, top of the 8th.
It's a humongous series. Yeah, whatever. Strike called. I said don't talk bad about the umpires. You can talk bad about them.
I don't know about that. Number 6 North Carolina trails Clemson 7-2. That one is lifted to the left side. It's going to be a play for B.J. Flemister, who will get underneath it. And that'll be it for out number 2. Now we'll go back to the top of the order.
Yeah, that's a big series for Georgia. That's
number 7, Kane Woods.
Georgia Bulldogs leading the SEC and ranked in the top 5 in the country.
Kane Woods will come to the plate. Number 8, Alabama has a 1-0 lead over number 22, Arkansas there in Tuscaloosa.
How about my Jack State Gamecocks last week?
I agree.
It's fouled off for strike 2, or strike 1, beg your pardon. But, yeah, they run-ruled Auburn in pool play during the week.
They did. Tennessee with a 3-1 lead over number 9, Mississippi State, top of the 5th. Number 15, Auburn, that we just mentioned, that pitch in the dirt, has a 10-2 lead over Kentucky, bottom of the 3rd inning. Vanderbilt going to try to beat Oklahoma in back-to-back nights. The 16th ranked Sooners trail the Commodores in Nashville 9-5, top of the 3rd. Some scores from around the SEC Baseball League. That pitch also missed low. Pilgrim comes set. Pitch on the way. Miss outside. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 on the way. That misses outside, and Woods is going to take a 2-out walk and a trot down to first base. So that's going to bring up
now batting number 3, Charles Chappell.
He is 2 for 2 with a run scored. So Chappelle climbs in the box, and Pilgrim will have to work from the stretch with the runner over at first. First pitch on the way to Chappelle, cut on and missed. Strike 1. Chappelle looked to be aiming for the nickel seats with that one. No balls, 1 strike. Pilgrim comes set, pitch on the way, and that's hit to the left side. It's going to be a play for Allen. He'll field and go the short route to second for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Catamounts. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Dogs lead 8-4. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big Double A.
Looking for great deals? Stop by Live Wire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021. Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-8100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated good neighbor pharmacy.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big Double A.
We head now to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cedartown leads the Catamounts 8-4. A new pitcher, Bennett, will take over for the Catamounts. Mitchell Bennett, after Cox goes 3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He was looking pretty good early, Sam, but ran into some trouble in the bottom half of the third inning and gave up the 6 runs. Keegan Bozeman will be the batter.
Down at Augusta National, McElroy and Sam Burns are right where they were at the end of round 1, except McElroy, instead of tied with Burns, is 6 shots ahead of him. McElroy at 12 under par. Then you've got Burns at 6 under, but he is accompanied by Patrick Reed. He's also 6 under par. Justin Rose and Shane Lowry. Tommy Fleetwood all at 5 shots under par. So the defending champion McElroy, who completed the career Grand Slam last year with his first green jacket win, is looking to be in the driver's seat. However, the weekend can always be interesting down at the Masters. Round 3 coverage begins tomorrow. First pitch on the way to Bozeman, taken outside, ball 1.
And I got to hand it, between games, we heard the Masters music playing.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And if you'd have been up here, you would have had a Masters introduction. I gave a hello, friends. Cut on and missed by Keegan Bozeman. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Old Jim Nance.
Yep. The best in the business.
I sure hated not hearing him on the Final Four this year.
Agreed.
But he decided to hang that up.
1-1 on the way to Bozeman. Big looping breaking ball misses inside, ball 2. Also, Masters coverage, not quite the same since Vern Lundquist is no longer doing the Masters. Of course, we were talking about it during the games, but he had the famous call back in '86 when Nicholas would win his 6th green jacket. That one missed low and in, ball 3. Maybe. Yes, sir. Such an iconic call from an iconic voice.
Not to mention the many years he did SEC on CBS.
3-1 on the way to Bozeman. Cut on and miss. Strike 2. That'll take the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yep. Vern was a good one. I know that he got a lot of criticism towards the end of his career being partnered up with Gary Danielson, but...
Well, Danielson finally retired, so he's gone.
Payoff pitch misses outside, ball 4, and Bozeman draws a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Not the start that Bennett wanted.
Now batting number 2, Owen.
So that's going to bring up Tweet Gerald.
Well, the Ohio States of the world and the Michigans of the world got to experience what we had to suffer through for so many years.
Yes. Yes, they did.
And then we get the top tier broadcast teams from ESPN with,
Yeah.
You weren't very enthusiastic there.
Not my favorites. First pitch on the way to Tweet. He showed bunt, and it's in there for called strike 1. What is it? Sean
McDonough.
McDonough with Greg McElroy.
Yeah.
Not a bad combo. The 0-1 on the way. That one is lifted to the right side. It's going to be a test for Nilsson. He'll have to go back and make the catch on the way back. But he's able to make the squeeze for out number 1. I will say I am just forever grateful that the SEC is not on Fox.
Oh, God, you're not kidding.
Not only is the Big Noon Kickoff ridiculous and ingenious at the same time, but I'm just not a fan of their broadcast crews. Everett Perkins to the plate. Runner takes off from first. Pitch is a ball, I believe, and it gets away and it gets through, and Bozeman easily swipes second. And so credit Keegan Bozeman with the stolen base.
Bozeman able to get over there and
1 ball, no strikes.
having a good day at the plate, of course, has been Perkins. 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. Including that 2-run home run in the first inning. Bozeman at second base now. And the pitch. That one just missing. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 the count, an RBI opportunity once again for Perk. There's a strike. No, that's a low, ball 3, beg your pardon. 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0. Bennett. The stretch and the 3-0 pitch on the way is going to miss low, ball 4 straight. Will put Perkins aboard for the 3rd time in this game. So Perkins will reach on the free pass, and it'll bring up Dalen Holiday. Day is 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Now batting number 19, Dalen Holiday.
8-4 lead for the Bulldogs, bottom half of the 4th. Pitch to Day. Strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike after the 4-pitch walk of Everett Perkins.
Bennett, the long look in, gets the sign from Renfro, and now the pitch is on the way, and that's a chopper back up the middle. It's going to be a chance for Lassiter, but it gets through. 1 run is going to score. Perkins will hold at 3rd, and it's 9-4. Keegan Bozeman was on his horses and got around to score.
Yeah, he was booking it. He wasn't slowing down for nothing. That ball, once it inched through, he was watching his coach there in third base. He was waving him on the whole way.
So the Dogs add another run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the trouble continues for Bennett. The walk to Bozeman comes around to bites him. And the run is plated. And so that's going to bring up Gavin Allred. Bulldog backstop. He is 0 for 1 with an RBI.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Allred.
And the Dogs are in firm control here in Game 3 of the series, looking for the sweep against the second-place Catamounts. And things are not going to get any easier for Dalton. They will have to face Cartersville next week. In this last part of the season, but we talked about it all season long, how Dalton started their region play with the easier teams in the region and would end it with the tougher teams. Allatoona, the Dogs, and the Hurricanes. Pitch on the way to Allred, in there called strike 1. Runners on the corners. 1 out here in the inning. The 0-1 on the way to Allred. A chopper to the left side is going to be a play for the shortstop, Woods. He'll field fire to second. That's the only play that they've got. The run scores. It's 10-4. There's now 2 outs in the inning. Allred hit it back up the middle, put it in play. And Woods could only go to second base with it. Another courtesy runner coming in, and it will again be in the form of Davis. Johnson Warner. Owen Pilgrim to the plate.
Sam, since the Bulldogs gave up the 4 runs in the first inning, they've scored 10 unanswered since. And they're not done yet.
Again, runner over at first, 2 out. Another opportunity for the Dogs if Pilgrim can reach. That one's in there, called strike 1. Owen was hit by a pitch which would drive home a run in his previous plate appearance. P. Graham here is behind in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way from Bennett. That one's in the dirt. And Johnson Warner almost ventured too far off of first base, but he's able to get back safely as that ball was quickly tracked down by Renfro. That was almost out number 3 over at first. Bennett working from the stretch, gets the sign from Renfro. The 1-1 on the way. That one's in the dirt. That will get away. And Johnson Warner is easily going to take second base. And just like the old Wile E. Coyote, the Catamounts scratching their heads.
Meet. Just attach an Acme rocket to him.
That's it. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch from Bennett. In there called strike 2. Good looking pitch. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. What started as promising for the Catamounts has quickly unfolded for them. The 2-2. Breaking ball just missed outside, ball 3, and that's going to take the count full. It is unraveled right in front of their eyes, and there's not been a lot they could do about it. It is a 6-run lead for the Dogs here at the bottom of the 4th. Payoff pitch on the way to Pilgrim. A chopper down the left side and foul out of play, and he'll have to reset and do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, 2 out, 2 runs across. Bennett looks in, gets the sign from Renfro, and now they'll call time, and they'll have to get back together on it. Cleveland with a 2-1 lead over the good guys through 5. Very similar records, exactly the same, actually, 8-5. The Guardians 4-3. That one's fouled back away from home. The Braves trying to keep things going after a productive road trip out west. They would take 2 out of 4 from the Diamondbacks. It would have a good showing against the Angels as well.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 from...
minus the brawl.
Yeah.
Another payoff pitch on the way. That one's going to be well inside, almost hit him, ball 4. And Pilgrim will trot down to first base, and it's going to be a 2-out walk. We also talked a little bit about that during the break between games. The big fight with Ronaldo Lopez and Jorge Soler.
Courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher, number 1, Will.
Well, Jorge Soler had Ronaldo Lopez's number throughout his career. I mean, hit 5 home runs off of him, and he had one that night. So there was definitely some history there, I think.
B.J. Flemister to the plate. Runners at first and second, 2 outs in the inning. Flemister is 0 for 1 with an RBI. First pitch on the way to him from Bennett. Big looping breaking ball is lifted to the right side. Out of play, foul, strike 1.
April 10th is the Dale Murphy replica jersey giveaway. I got one a long time ago, the last time they had it. It was a size large. Needless to say, I cannot wear it now.
No balls, 1 strike the count. Runner takes off, and that one's lifted to the left side, but it's going to be right out London, who will make the grab for out number 3, but not before the Dogs strike for 2 more runs. It is a 10-4 lead for the good guys. We'll go to the top of the 5th back after this break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, a 60-second timeout.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown. Or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Cedartown 10, Dalton 4. Cedartown still trailing in the hit department by 1, but the Dogs able to take advantage of some mistakes by the Catamounts, and we lead by a good margin in the run department by 6 runs as Owen Pilgrim continues his work on the mound. His warm-up toss is complete. And Sam, he has done a great job. You know, Timothy George, it seems like forever ago, started this game, just could not get anything going, and Pilgrim came aboard, and he's been lights out ever since.
Very impressed with Pilgrim. The bounce-back performance after Tuesday just left a lot to be desired for Pilgrim. I think you could see his frustration out on the mound Tuesday as he really struggled to locate and find the strike zone. But he really has bounced back here and has had a great performance, like you said. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Catamounts. Renfro, Nielsen, and Patel. 12, 22, 23. Renfro is 1 for 2 with a run scored. He also has 2 RBIs. But all of that came back in the first inning.
Leading off for Dalton, number 12, Asher Renfro.
Since then, the Catamounts have been held quiet.
In the top of the 6th inning, the Braves still trail 2-1, and Tyler Kinley on the mound, pitching in relief of Bryce Elder, who had a good start, just gave up a couple of runs.
They did not give him a lot of leeway, did they?
They did not. Not much support either.
First pitch on the way is lifted to center field. It's going to be a play for Bryant Waddell. He'll retreat and make the grab for out number 1.
I think that ball was traveling a little farther than Waddell originally thought, but he's able to back up there and get underneath in time to make the squeeze. That's 1 pitch, 1 out.
I tell you what, I know it probably looks much different out there for the kids in the field than it does up here in the press box, but man, it sure does look dark there in center field with a batter's eye.
Well, there's I think 2 or 3 bulbs out on that.
Well, that would make sense.
That left field pole out there.
Because normally it's not that dark out there. At least I did not remember it being that dark. But Bryant, no problem. First pitch on the way from Pilgrim to Nielsen. Misses upstairs, ball 1.
As far as I can recall, this is the original lighting system for this field. The softball field and the baseball field got lights at the same time.
That pitch also misses upstairs, ball 2.
That was back when Corey and I were in school. I remember when they put up the lights here.
You mean they had lights back then?
Whatever. You're only 5 years younger
right
than I am.
I hear you. 2 balls, no strikes to count on Nielsen. Pitch on the way to him. That one is high and tight, ball 3.
Edison had just invented the incandescent bulb.
That's right.
I can believe that running. Let's go.
Some of the first stadium lights installed in the southeast here. 3-0. Pitches in there, called strike 1. And Nielsen, of course, was taking all the way with the count 3 to balls and no strikes. And now he's got a 3-1 count. 3-1 misses upstairs, ball 4, and after a 1 pitch, 1 out, Pilgrim gives up the 1 out walk to Nielsen, and that's going to bring up Patel. Patel's 1 for 2. He's got an RBI.
Now batting number 23, Patel.
Pilgrim looks in, gets the sign from Allred. Nielsen, the runner over at first. First pitch in there to Patel is in there, called strike 1.
Speaking of old.
The 0-1 from Pilgrim, and that's hit to the right side, and a shoe-top catch by Gerald. And are they going to say that he didn't make the catch?
I think he trapped it.
Yep.
Yeah, he trapped it. It was a very short hop.
And Tweet is pleading his case, but he's not getting any help. The field umpire ruled it not a catch, and so Tweet very wisely, though, went ahead and threw to first because he was either going to have Patel out or he was going to have Nielsen doubled up had he gotten the call for the catch.
Yeah, so you just go to first base regardless. You know you're going to get – that's a sure out over there. So Nielsen is out. Patel reaches on the fielder's choice.
So this is going to bring up London. First pitch on the way to London is lifted. It'll be another chance for the infield. It'll be Dalen Holiday who will make the grab for out number 3. The Catamounts strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Cedartown with a 6-run lead. It's 10-4. You are listening to Cedartown High School Baseball here on the official Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. We'll be back after this 60-second break and a word from our sponsors.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company. Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big Double A.
Cedartown leads 10-4 as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. Ronald Acuna just hit his first home run of the season. It was a belt shot. It was a high drive to the Hank Aaron Terrace, and it's a 2-2 tie in Atlanta here. The Dogs lead 10-4, and it will be Bryant Waddell, 9-1-2 due up. Waddell, Allen, and Bozeman.
Bennett still on in relief for the Catamounts as Waddell steps into the box. First pitch on the way to him, taken upstairs, ball 1.
Drake Baldwin with another hit. Boy, he is
having himself a year.
Yeah, he's having MVP numbers to start. Hopefully he can keep it up the rest of the season.
1-0 is fouled off at the plate. That'll even up the count. Went off the catcher, Renfro, and that evens up the count at 1-1 strike. I believe Waddell swung at what could have been ball 2.
I agree. I think it might
well
have been
inside, but either way, he fouls it off. Home plate umpire giving Renfro plenty of time to collect himself. More crickets?
Here come the crickets again.
One ball, 1 strike the count. Cedartown 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st, 6 runs in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 more runs in the bottom of the 4th. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th. They have a 6-run lead, 10-4 over the Catamounts of Dalton High School. The 1-1 on the way. Big looping breaking ball in there, called strike 2. Good looking pitch by Bennett. And there's another shot. This one, Matty O.
Boy, he cleared. There's a ground ball up the middle. Throw on to first will be in time, and that'll be out number 1 rather. We were so enthralled in that home run by Matt Olson that he hit over the chop house that we completely lost track of what was happening on the field in front of us.
Olson's home run, 441 feet.
God, what a shot. But here, out number 1, and here's Ace Allen.
Yeah, back to the top of the order. Allen has had himself a good night from the plate. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. First pitch on the way to him, and that one is lifted to center field, but it's going to be a chance for Chappelle, who will camp out underneath it and make the grab for out number 2. The Bravos extending in Atlanta tonight. 2 big shots from 2 of the big bats in the lineup, and you've got another one at the plate now.
Now batting number 7, Keegan Bozeman.
Keegan Bozeman will come to the plate. Bozeman is 0 for 1, but he's walked twice, he's scored twice, and he has a single strikeout. Again, the Dogs keeping the strikeouts to a minimum here in Game 3 of the series, only 3 so far. Bennett, the first pitch on the way to Bozeman. Breaking ball hangs upstairs, ball 1. Well out of the zone. Bennett comes set, the 1-0 on the way to Bozeman. That was a little half-hearted swing there at the plate, just fouled it off, and that evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Fourth hit in a row for the Braves as Austin Riley reaches.
He knew how ridiculous it was as soon as it came off of the bat.
He didn't have to look. He just looked to the dugout.
I cannot get over how much I love these City Connect uniforms.
Gosh,
1-1.
Check swing.
Yep, he checked it, so that'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Former skipper Brian Snitker in attendance at tonight's game. In Atlanta, that is, not here. The 2-1 miss low and away, ball 3.
We got to focus in on this game in front of us. But, I mean, the Braves, man, they're killing it right now.
3 balls, 1 strike, the count on Keegan Bozeman. And that one is a shot to center field. That's going to be a chance for Chappelle. He'll run over and make the running grab for out number 3. So the Dogs can't strike across another run. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Cedartown with a 10-4 lead. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
There's nothing quite like the indoor comfort of a Daikin HVAC system. And not everyone can deliver the HVAC expertise and service quite like us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro. We're committed to your heating and cooling needs, whether you're looking for a system checkup or a replacement that fits your lifestyle and budget. Call us, your local Daikin Comfort Pro, today.
Call MasterTech Heating and Air at 770-748-6965 or visit us online at mymastertech.com, and go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people. They've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Welcome back. We had the 6th inning, 10-4 lead for the Bulldogs. RP announcer Corey Harrison made a very good observation. We were talking between innings. Since the 4 runs were given up, the Dogs hurler, Owen Pilgrim, has given up a big fat goose egg. And he has done a great job taking care of this really a potent Dalton lineup that can score runs, and we've seen them this year score runs, but those 4 runs coming across in the first inning, it's been nothing but zeros since then, Sam. He's really done a great job.
4 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for Dalton, 10 runs on 6 hits. A couple of errors for the Dogs as well, I believe.
Yep. Each side with an error apiece. Cedartown still trails Dalton in the hit department. But one of our hits was a 2-run home run by Perkins. That was back in the first inning, which really, I think, turned the momentum around for the Bulldogs.
7, 8, and 9 due up for the Cats. Brown will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Swings at the first pitch he sees and send it out of play. Back behind us, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Pilgrim comes set, and the pitch is on the way. That one misses outside, ball 1. That'll even up the count. Andrew and I will have a recap of tonight's doubleheader tomorrow morning during the birthday club, so be sure to tune in then. We'll give you our thoughts on it and maybe some insights on a few other subjects. You never know what may come up. That pitch missed in the dirt, ball 2. That takes the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Saturday mornings with Sam kicks off at around 7:35, 7:40 after the 7:30 news. 2-1 on the way. Catches the inside part of the plate. That'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That was a nice pitch there. Snuck that in the front door, inside corner.
Andrew typically joins me right around 8:15. 2-2. Hit out to center field. It's going to be a chance for Bryant Waddell, and he is not going to get there, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. They'll get it in, but not before Brown is in there at second with a stand-up double to lead things off. That one just kind of tailed away from Waddell. He got a good jump on it, but it just kept tailing away from him. And so,
well, he played it smartly. I know he kind of lost the handle on it when he was trying to get there, but if he'd tried to dive for that and missed
no
it,
way, Jose. You are exactly right. So this will bring up Bennett, who came in relief of Cox. This will be his first plate appearance, I believe. First pitch to him in there, called strike 1. Another run across for the Bravos in Atlanta, thanks to Dom Smith, wearing one of my favorite numbers.
Number 8.
Javi Lopez. And they're called strike 2 to Bennett.
More recently, Eddie Rosario.
Yep. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one's fouled off at the plate and hits back here off of the netting.
I didn't know it went behind him.
Did he just hit one out?
Yes, he did.
Golly.
Hasta luego. Michael Harris, the second, hits the long ball in Atlanta. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Bennett. That's hit to the right side. A sharply hit ball, but Holiday will field and take to first for the first out of the inning.
Over to third base is Brown on the play.
So that's going to bring up Lassiter. So Lassiter, the number 9 man in the batting order, is 0 for 2, and then we'll go back to the top of the order to Woods. 7 hits so far for the Catamounts. Only producing 4 runs, though. First pitch on the way to Lassiter. That missed. Oh, no. Late called strike 1. I thought he was going to say it missed maybe outside a little bit, but instead it was just a delayed call.
I've got 8.
My guess is you are correct, because aren't you? You're looking at Dalton's.
I'm on
grab.
Dalton's stream, yeah.
I'm going to go with that one. The 0-1 on the way. That is lifted to the right side. It's going to be a play for Tweet Gerald, who will go out and make the grab for out number 2, and then we'll quickly get it back into Gavin Allred just to keep the base runner in Brown.
That's a great play
right
there by Tweet. Tweet is the best person to make that catch. He can back up there. He threw that in there to the third base side of home plate, keeping Brown at third, and that's the second out of the inning. Great play there all around.
So now we'll go back to the top of the order. Kane Woods. He is 0 for 1. He has scored a run, but he's walked twice. Let's see if we can keep him off the base pads here in the top of the 6th inning. P. Graham comes set. Sign from Allred. Checks the runner at third. Pitch on the way. And that one is lifted to the right side. This is going to be a play for Keegan Bozeman out in right field. He'll camp out underneath it for out number 3. The Catamounts strand 1 will go to the bottom of the 6th. 10-4 your score. Dogs lead. Back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for this product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Coverage of Cedartown High School Bulldogs baseball on the Big brought to you by Republican State Representative Trey Kelly of Cedartown.
This is Representative Trey Kelly. I want to wish all the players and coaches a safe and successful season. You've worked hard to represent us on the field, and I'm proud to represent you in the Georgia House of Representatives. Again, this is Representative Trey Kelly, and I want to thank you for listening to the Big AA. Go Dogs!
This announcement paid for by State Representative Trey Kelly for House.com.
Cedartown High School baseball is on the Big AA.
We head now to the bottom half of the 6th. Cedartown 10, Dalton 4. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Bulldogs. Gerald, Perkins, and Holiday.
Bottom of the 6th, number 2, Owen, Tweet, Gerald.
For the Catamounts, Bennett will begin his 3rd full inning of work. 2 innings so far, 1 hit, 2 runs. They're both earned, 3 walks, and no strikeouts.
First pitch on the way to Tweet from Bennett. Misses high and away, ball 1. Atlanta jumping out to a 7-2 lead over the Guardians. They've had a big inning as well.
Atlanta's batted around. Cacuna's back up there again.
The 1-0 on the way from Bennett is fouled straight back. That'll even at the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. I thought he was going to go back-to-back for half a second. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch on the way to Gerald. That's lifted to the right side. It's going to be shallow right field. The right fielder will come in, though, Nielsen, and make the grab for out number 1.
Little flare job there. That one came down in a hurry, but played well there by Nielsen and Lassiter. On the right side of the outfield.
So that's going to bring up Everett Perkins.
Perkins,
he's had a good day.
He's had a good day. 3 RBIs here in Game 3 of the series, Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Not only 3 RBIs, but he scored 3 times and the 2-run home run back in the 1st inning.
Bennett with the look in, pitch to him. Big looping breaking ball that hangs up way upstairs, ball 1.
Not to mention in Game 1, pitch to Jim went the distance for the win.
He has just had a good night here on a Friday night at home, in front of the home crowd. Pitch on the way to him. It's a chopper to the left side. A tough play by Woods, who gets it over to first for out number 2. That one took a funny hop as it got to the Catamount shortstop. But he's able to field it around his ear hole and makes a strike throw over to Palmer.
Now batting number 19, Dalen Holiday.
So that's going to bring up Dalen Holiday. He's had a good night from the plate as well. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. And it almost seems like that this Dogs offensive lineup is just coming into their own at the exact right time. First pitch to him. Misses high, ball 1. You know, we struggled to score runs early in the season, it seemed like, and I had pegged this team for a squad that was going to win a lot of 2- and 3-run ball games. Big cut on and miss by Holiday, evens up the count. Now, they have won some 2- and 3-run ball games, but they have also been able to bring out the lumber and put some runs on the board. And you see that here tonight against Dalton with a 10-4 lead. 1-1 is hit to the left side, served softly into left field. And that soft serve will be good enough for a 2-out single. No Dairy Queen, no problem. We still got you soft serves. Courtesy of Dalen Holiday.
I miss Dairy Queen.
I do too. I do too. A caramel sundae was one of my favorites. Gavin Allred to the plate. Did that one hit him? Yes, it did.
It did, yeah. Sure did.
So Allred is hit by the first pitch that he sees, and he's going to trot down to first base, and that puts runners at first and second
though,
with 2 out.
You've got options in Cedartown.
You do.
Got Ice Dream at Chick-fil-A, which is not as good as soft serve from Dairy Queen, but
pretty
still
dang
really
good.
Checkers now has soft serve.
Yep.
You get a soft serve from McDonald's.
McDonald's has an ice cream machine.
They do.
Don't know how often it works.
Often it works, yeah.
I tell you what I'm hooked on right now, to give a little free plug. I am hooked on the Dr. Pepper floats and the frosted Dr. Peppers from Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I love them. Can't get enough of them. First pitch swinging by Pilgrim is grounded to the left side, but foul.
Right off the face of the Cedartown dugout.
Yep. Banana split and a dilly bar is Coach's favorite.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. you've got options, though. There's at least one ice cream shop in Cedartown I know of you can go to. Eden Ice Cream.
That's right.
Free advertising, by the way, here.
Yep.
And then, of course, Taco Man has ice cream. That's down in the dirt.
That'll take the count to 1 ball and 1 strike on Owen Pilgrim. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Dogs with a 6-run lead. It is 10-4. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network. Pitch on the way, grounded to the left side. It's going to be a chance again for Woods. He'll field and fire and does not get it there in time, and Pilgrim beats it out. Woods was as deep as you can be on the infield dirt as he was headed into the outfield when he was able to track that one down, and he had to fire across his body and across the diamond, and Pilgrim was able to beat it out. So that'll load the bases with 2 outs. And that Harrison kid is back over at first to courtesy run.
Well, Sam, listen, all this came with 2 outs, and Cedartown has just, you could have thought that the Bulldogs might have capitulated after that first inning after they gave up the 4 runs. No, sir. They have scored 10 unanswered runs and are a chance to add even more here in this inning with B.J. Flemister at the plate.
First pitch on the way to Flemister. Skips up there. Runners are going to take off. Here comes Holiday at the plate, and he is out. What a play by Renfro. Tracked it down, got the throw in to Bennett. Holiday tried to get in there, but they call him out at the plate, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th. Last chance for the Catamounts. We'll go to the top of the 7th. They trail by 6. It's 10-4. Dogs on top back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Looking for great deals? Stop by Live Wire Surplus, located on North Main Street in Cedartown. They've got everything from tools and generators to patio furniture, lawn mowers, flooring, cleaning supplies, mini splits, and much more. Whether you're tackling a project or upgrading your space, they've got what you need. Come check them out at the store today. You'll never know what you might find. Check them out on Facebook or visit their new website, livewiresurplus.com. That's Livewire Surplus, 546 North Main Street in Cedartown, 678-861-5021.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Top half of the 7th we go. The Cedartown Bulldogs lead 10-4 as Owen Pilgrim will continue his work. He has pitched excellent since he came in relief in the first inning, and he'll try to close it out and give the Dogs the sweep in the series. And Sam, if the Dogs are able to complete that, and it looks like they've got a very good chance to do so, what a huge momentum swing going into next week's series. And Dalton, Dalton's just got to be like, man, what happened here? They came into this series flying high in second place in the region. They're going to leave this game tonight in 4th place in the region. Cedartown's going to go up to 3rd, and Allatoona going to rise up to 2nd place in the region. And
number 3, Charles Chappelle.
Just for Cedartown, they did exactly what they had to do. They had to play well against Dalton, and they've got a chance here to sweep.
I agree. Just took care of business here at home on this Friday night.
Chappelle, Renfro, and Nilsson due up here.
First pitch from Pilgrim, misses, ball 1. The Hawks with a commanding lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers right now. They are absolutely taking them to task. Yep. 104-69.
Good night.
About 9 minutes left to go in the game. That pitch to Chappelle is in there for a called strike 1, and the count is now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Atlanta teams that are in action tonight are going off. 1-1 on the way from Pilgrim, and that's a moon shot to the left side. It's going to be a play for Flemister. He's going to retreat. It'll be Bryant Waddell, actually, that makes the grab from center field. They converged in left center on that shot that was 1.5 miles high. and Waddell was the one to make the grab.
Well, that ball was carrying. Good job there by Bryant Waddell to take command and make the catch for the first out.
So now that's going to bring up Asher Renfro, who is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He's also scored a run for the Catamounts. He comes to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out. Pitch on the way from Pilgrim is upstairs. We ran into some very nice Catamount fans on Tuesday as we were leaving. They said they listened in this year when Dalton and Cedartown played in football. They enjoyed the broadcast. That one is lifted to center field. It's going to be another chance for Waddell, and he cannot make that leaping grab. It's off the wall. Renfro is going to be in at second with a stand-up, 1-out double. A great piece of hitting there from the backstop for the Catamounts. My guess is those fans are in attendance tonight, but if they are not, and they are watching or listening to the feed, we appreciate you tuning in, and we appreciate the kind words that you shared with us on Tuesday as we were headed out.
Yeah, we meet all kinds of people where we, where we go broadcast, and we just some great folks there. Called strike one there to Nelson. 0-1 the count.
Nelson's 1 for 2, a run scored, an RBI, and a walk on the night. Renfro, the runner, out at second. Pilgrim will check him. Comes set, pitch on the way. That one misses inside. Ball 1.
Somebody's got on our broadcast.
Somebody does.
I can hear it in delay.
Yep.
We just came back from break.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 out. Pitch on the way from Pilgrim. That misses outside. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Pilgrim again will check the runner. And the pitch. And that one's lifted to the right side. It's going to be a chance for Bozeman. He'll retreat and makes the grab, and then we'll turn around and fire it in. But Renfro is in safely at third after tagging up. I tell you what, he left in a hurry out at second base.
Yeah, he did. But listen, Bozeman just absolutely chunked that thing out from right field.
Now batting number 23, Patel.
It's going to be up to Patel if the game continues. 2 outs and a runner on third.
Yep, the DH is 1 for 3 tonight. He does have an RBI. Pitch on the way from Pilgrim. Cut on and miss, strike 1. Good looking pitch there from Owen Pilgrim. The 0-1 to Patel, misses in the dirt. Good stop there by Allred. You know, no disrespect to Timothy George because he has done great things for the Dogs throughout this season. But as well as Pilgrim has pitched since he came in relief, and as well as the offense has performed, it's almost easy to kind of forget that first inning happened. That one's fouled back. That'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. George just having a rough afternoon, which is very uncharacteristic of that young man. He has been great for the Dogs, and Pilgrim has just responded incredibly. The 1-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. There's your sweep. The Dogs take down the Catamounts in 3 straight, and we're going to knock them out of second place in the region. There won't be a region championship this year for the Dogs, but we're going to make a lot of noise down the stretch as we've got one more series before we wrap it up. Cedartown wins 10-4 here in Game 3 of the series, Game 2 of the Twin Bill. We're going to send it back to the station for a 60-second break.
Let's take a 90-second.
We'll take a 90-second break, and then we'll come back and wrap this one up. You are listening to Cedartown High School Baseball here on the official Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
Bradford's Drug Store in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacists take time to get to know you and answer any questions you may have. Go by and see Justin Strickland and all the folks at Bradford's, and be sure to use their convenient drive-thru. 500 North Main Street in Cedartown, 770-748-3100. Bradford's Drug, your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy.
Hey, it's the Border Mexican Restaurant located at 718 North Main Street right here in Cedartown. They serve a wide variety of your favorite Mexican food made fresh daily. Great food, great fun. It's great for the whole family. Come see us at the Border Restaurant right here on Main Street in Cedartown, or you can call for takeout at 678-246-1031. The Border Mexican Restaurant is the best Mexican food north of the border. That's the Border Restaurant right here in Cedartown.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for 100 years. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call today for tee time, 770-748-9671. Located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buckhannon Highway. Cedartown's original golf course celebrating 100 years. Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Cedartown High School Baseball is on the Big AA.
Cedartown wins tonight 10-4 over the Dalton Catamounts. 10 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors for the Bulldogs. 4 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors for the Dalton Catamounts. 14-9, the Bulldogs improve their record. Dalton falls to 17-8. And Cedartown able to secure the region sweep of the Catamounts, and that will put them in a great position next week in their final regular season series with the Southeast Whitfield Raiders. And we'll probably, I would say, almost certainly be making up that 10th inning of the game against Allatoona, which could weigh heavily on seeding in the region. So a great job by the Cedartown Bulldogs there to get the win tonight, the series win and the series sweep against the Catamounts of Dalton. We'll be back in action on Tuesday, April the 14th, as we head to Southeast Whitfield to take on the Raiders as we start our final region series of the year. For Sam Branch, my broadcast partner, Andrew Carter, and Joseph Bailey back at the radio station keeping us on the air, your final score. Cedartown winners tonight, 10-4 over the Southeast Raiders. Good night, God bless. Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network, the Big AA.
W291 TS Cedartown. Your home for the Cedartown High School Bulldogs. AM